is located at 901 North Glendale Avenue in the C2 Community Commercial Zone, described as Lot 6 and a portion of Lot 7, track number 11365. And let me just go through some of the comments. We have an email from is she a neighbor or?
Yes, she's a neighbor director
neighbor,
across the street.
Opposing to the proposed project. Oh, this is Glen Oaks and yeah. She's concerned about the corner of Glendale Avenue and Glen Oaks being an extremely busy corner, and with cars going in and out of the gas station. And she said to put in a food market would be inviting large amounts of traffic, resulting in injury and lawsuits. She already knows what's going to happen. So she's just letting us know about her objections. And from fire prevention, these are some of their code requirements that you're going to have to deal with them directly. Installation of automatic fire sprinklers, and permit to remove waste oil tank, lube tanks, and clarifier, and closure report. So you're going to have to meet with them and discuss those items. And from neighborhood services, they are recommending a couple of conditions to be added if the zoning administrators can approve the proposal. No amplified music or loudspeakers, and the business owner must provide an adequate refuse containment to accommodate the increased refuse generated by the mini-mart. I can't read his handwriting every time. This is from Environmental Administration. Ensure an environmental phase something 2 study has been performed to assess automatic fluid and hydraulic oils not contaminated the facility. You can read it at your leisure. Okay, and with that, Mr. Riza.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Fuentes. Just like you said, the Glendale Municipal Code requires that gas stations have an additional 17 requirements added to their proposal. And for the record, that's in Glendale Municipal Code Chapter 30.34.020. The project, as proposed, will require the approval of 6 variances. The existing lot size is 13,409 square feet, where a minimum of 14,000 square feet is required. Additionally, the gas pump canopies extend into the front property line, where a 5-foot setback is required, and the existing driveways encroach into the 5-foot minimum setback from the curved intersection and interior property lines. The existing site also contains a 10-foot front setback for the pump islands, where a 15-foot setback is needed. Lastly, the applicant is proposed to maintain all utilities above ground, and the existing site has a total of 6% landscaping located only at the 2 corners of the property, whereas the zoning code requires a landscaping planner along the property lines except where driveways are adjacent to the street. In the C2 zone, the intent of the minimum lot size requirement is designed to ensure that automobiles servicing the gas station will not queue into streets which could cause safety concerns for pedestrian and vehicular traffic. The project has a lot size of 13,409, which is just 991 square feet short of the zoning code requirement. At the time of construction in 1962, the 14,400 square foot lot size requirement and undergrounding the utilities requirement did not exist. Currently, the site is composed of 2 lots with a total of 4 entrances and exits, which allow adequate circulation throughout the site, which currently has overhead utilities. Staff believes that the existing lot size and location of the existing utilities adequately serves the use and will not introduce any future safety concerns due to the variance requests of the establishment of a mini-market. The subject site is on a corner lot located at Glendale Avenue and Glen Oaks Boulevard. By definition, the subject site has a lot frontage of 92 linear feet, measured only from Glendale Avenue, which is just short 28 feet of the zoning code requirement. Staff believes that the intent of this requirement is to provide access to and from the gas station without significantly interfering with traffic circulation. Given this site is a corner lot with a cumulative lot frontage of over 240 linear feet, the 2 existing permitted canopies and pump islands do not meet the minimum front setback requirement. The south-facing canopy has a 1-foot setback, whereas the east-facing canopy has a 0 setback. Both have an existing height of approximately 15 feet. The variance request does not have any impact on the overall height, location, or square footage of the canopies. The Public Works Department has confirmed that there is no right-of-way encroachment along the street-facing property lines and does not intend to oppose any street improvements within that city block. Having the applicant relocate the canopies as a result of a food market is unpractical and has no bearing on the request to establish the food market. Again, the building was constructed in 1962. The landscape requirement for the gas stations did not exist at that time. Landscaping planners can provide an important buffer to the street for commercial development. However, it is in its current configuration, establishing planters abutting the street right-of-way would create a hardship in that 4 gas pumps would no longer meet the zoning code requirement of the 25-foot turn radius. This would mean 4 pumps would be lost to another variance request, or another variance request would be necessary to maintain the pumps that can no longer effectively handle traffic on that site. Almost done. It could also lead in queuing issues that would increase traffic and safety concerns. Lastly, the owners will install a 5-foot planter with trees along the property line abutting the residential zone as required per code. This will provide an important screen and noise barrier to the adjacent residential uses. Again, installation of these planters at the right-of-way is impractical of the fully developed site. As a condition of the variance, staff recommends landscaping along the northwest perimeter of the site. All in all, staff recommends approval of this variance with 3 conditions. First condition, that trees shall be planted along the interior property lines abutting the residential zone. Second condition, a minimum 5.5 foot high decorative mason wall be provided along that property line, also abutting the residential zone. And the last condition, that the storage container be removed that is parked in a required parking space.
Can you come up here and show me where they are willing to put that 5.5 foot, that planter?
Okay. The code requirement is that it only be along
That side.
this northern part where it abuts the residential property. Staff is requesting that a planter go here as well as here in this location.
That's the same thought
That's
I
right.
had. But that corner, what's that? Yeah, is that a...
That's the trash enclosure.
trash.
And currently, as also viewed from pictometry, there's staff noticed that there is a storage
And
container.
they are going to remove that container. Because I'm thinking, if we're going to put the 5-foot strip of planter on that,
On this northern part?
right,
Okay.
that storage facility need to be rearranged because they need to pull trash bins in and out, and it will be in the way of planters. So
Correct.
I'm not sure how they're going to configure that. They're going to open it up on this side, but if someone is parked on that space, so there needs to be some
Okay.
working.
And I'd be happy to work with the applicant
Okay.
in
Great.
finding a new.
Good. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good report. Okay. Mr. Ahmad Gaderi.
Good morning. My name is Ahmad Gaderi with ANS Engineering, 207 West Alameda, suite number 203, Burbank. Thank you for your time this morning, and I want to first thank you, Mr. Reza, for working with us for the past number of months, helping us, guiding us through this whole process.
Thank you, sir.
As Mr. Reza indicated, this project is just basically for a small conversion of existing bays into a food mart. We're not touching or improving any, modifying the canopies or the fueling islands. So that's why we submitted the various applications for this, variances. We currently, as you look at the pictures, there's an existing snack shop, basically, and our client has decided that the operation in the bays are not feasible anymore economically. So therefore, basically, they're just going to remodel and make it look much nicer. We have reviewed the conditions, as Mr. Reza has indicated, and we will comply. And as far as the landscaping on the west side, if you look at the site plan, we should be able to accommodate that 5-foot landscape. If we have to modify some changes, we'll be more than happy to work with it and make sure that it complies. And we will. Right now, our site plan doesn't show the 5-feet landscaping on the north side, but we can accommodate that as well. Again, we've reviewed the conditions, and one thing on the fire department, that might be in an older set of corrections or conditions, because our client has already removed the underground tank. We got a permit,
okay.
we obtained a permit, and we got to remove. So we'll work with fire department to
Right.
get those cleared up. Again, we hope to get your approval. If there's any questions or anything I can answer.
So how long has the owner owned the property? 2000?
I'm sorry.
Don't speak there. You're going to have to
I
come up
can.
here. And I'm assuming the food mart is going to be similar to any other
That's all,
gasoline
yeah,
station
yeah.
food mart where you have snacks, soft drinks.
That's all. That's all.
You're not coming back here for alcoholic beverage or anything like that, right? I just want to bring that out in the open.
No, I understand.
Because that's going to be another public hearing process.
yeah, if we decide to. Yeah.
And the only other thing is, sooner or later, I really don't want to see vending machines outside, ice cube,
Correct.
Machine outside, those other things starting to
Sure.
accumulate next to or adjacent to the food mart structure.
Understood.
So
Understood. We won't have those.
we'll keep the place clean. I drive by every single day, so I know the place. Yeah.
It'll be real nice.
Okay. So
Absolutely. We'll be
you
more than
are
happy.
the company that's going to be working on getting the permits and
Yes, ma'am.
getting all this done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Why don't you come up here and give me your name and address for the record? And you can fill out one of these later on,
Yeah.
okay?
Good morning. My name is Vladimir. I'm on that place, 91 North Glendale Avenue. Actually, I was a ConocoPhillips dealer since 2000. And about 2 years ago, the owner of the properties decided to sell the property, and I purchased the property.
That's good.
And I was running the base, was successful in the beginning. After when all these lease options comes up with the new cars and bay business dies, that's why I
So
decided.
they needed less service,
Less
right?
service,
Okay.
yeah. They covered the warranty. So I decided to expand the snack shop, make it it's going to be cleaner and less noise for the neighborhood and more safety when public when around the base space always has a chance of the accident when the snack shop. And also another side is going to be another help for me to revenue some sales in this
Okay.
economy from that.
Are you open 7 days a week?
7 days a week, operation hours from midnight till, from the 6 in the morning, 6 a.m. till midnight. And after that, when I remodel, see if maybe I can make 24 hours to make more safer on the site.
How many employees do you have?
Right now I have 4 employees.
And do they all work at the same time, or they take shifts?
Shifts, take the shifts.
So
and-
maybe 2 and 2?
Yeah. And also, when I remodel, I'm going to hire another extra employee to keep the station clean, all maintenance, help the customers,
Yeah,
so more
that's good.
service to the public.
Okay. Are you always there, or?
Yes, I live on
You live
College
inside
Hill,
the
College Hill,
station.
Cross Street, across the
Okay.
hill.
So you're very
College
close.
Hills.
Good, good.
And this is by station forever for me. So,
Okay, thank you very much.
okay, I appreciate it.
Seeing there's nobody else here to speak in support or in opposition, do you have any closing comments? Thank you. Any closing comments?
No, Ms. Fuentes.
Great. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, take this case under submission, and I will let you know as soon as possible. Thank you very much for coming. And I'm wondering what's happening to the next case.
Rather. I will go.
There's nobody here. Thank you. Let's take a 3-minute. Oh, are you ready? Is there an announcement or something? Okay, our next case is CUP 2009-010 and PPR 2009-004. Property is located at 800 South Central Avenue. Applicant is Rodney Khan. Owner is Albert Karamanukian, and the case planner Radar Duong. Sorry. And this is an application for a CUP for on-site sales, service, and consumption of alcoholic beverages and parking reduction permit located at 800 South Central in the CG Commercial General Zone, described as portions of lots 24 through 26, track number 393. And with that, it looks like we have an announcement to make. Mr. Duong?
Thank you, Zoning Administrator Edith. The applicant has notified staff that he would like to request for a continuance to a date certain, which would be October 28, 2009. This continuance will not require any further noticing.
Okay.
The reason for the request is that the property owner is out of town, and he is interested in being at the hearing with the applicant when this is scheduled for the 28th of October.
Okay, thank you. So, case number CUP 2009-010 and PPR 2009-004, located at 800 South Central Avenue, will be continued to our public hearing of October 28, 2009, without further notice.
Correct.
Thank you very much, brother. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing at 5 minutes after 10. Thank you.